Hi, I'm Doug DeMuro.
And I'm Doug Jr.
Tyler Hoover. This is Tyler
of
Hoover.
Hoovie's Garage, yes.
Hoovie's Garage. And this is Hoovie and Doug Talk About Cars. And today, Hoovie and Doug are going to talk about some more cars.
Oh. I don't have anything to say.
Today we are discussing our dream three-car garage. So you're going to have three cars.
No.
You can only have three cars. Yeah.
No.
It's going to be hard. Tyler's currently owns 16 vehicles.
And a half.
And one is buried in a yard.
Yes.
You got to pare it down to three. But you have infinite money. So I'm taking, but I am also giving. So you have three cars, you got to put them in a garage. What are the three cars that you would put in a garage?
Okay.
All right.
Well, I have to have a truck because I'm from Kansas.
Well, you don't, but all right, go ahead.
It's requirement. So I guess the ultimate truck is a Raptor, right?
Okay.
So let's start with the Raptor.
So you take one of your three garage spots, infinite money and infinite possibilities. We can use it up with a Raptor.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You have to have one truck.
The Raptor is the coolest truck in the world. I agree with you. Coolest truck in the world. If you're going to have one truck, that's the one.
That's the one truck.
I wouldn't waste one of my garage spots on a Raptor.
I would.
Clearly.
Sure. You can get the Hennessy supercharged one and really just make it.
You can make a six-wheel Hennessy one.
Well, I guess that's a really deep three-car garage. There you go.
Big as you
I don't
want.
A six-wheel. I want the one that goes really fast.
Regular old Raptor, EcoBoost Raptor.
Yo, I forgot they're EcoBoost.
The EcoBoosts are fast and they sound good.
Yeah. What's the one before that?
6.2 V8. That was a good motor too, but the EcoBoost is better.
I guess I could do the 6.2 and let Hennessy supercharge it.
The EcoBoost trucks are really good inside, though. They're much nicer inside.
Blow a head gasket and stuff.
All right, the Raptor is a good one.
Okay.
If the other two are great.
Okay.
Because you need a daily vehicle.
Well, then what's your first one? Let's see. What's the Bentayga?
I didn't think about what I should. That would be my 5-car garage. All right, dream three-car garage. My first one, Fance Yellow 2005 Porsche Carrera GT. Greatest car ever made. Single greatest automobile ever manufactured. Got to be Fance Yellow, the only good color.
Right.
That's not true. They were all good colors except red, but Fance was the best.
And terrifying to drive.
It is terrifying to drive, but if you want the best of the best, you got to have the best. There's a reason it's the last supercar.
It's terrifying to drive.
It's terrifying to drive. There were some incidents, but it was, and because of that, no other automaker will ever build a car like that again.
And you would do that over an F40, which would be my choice.
Yeah, you can't drive an F40. It's impossible to get in there and sit in there, and there's no AC, and there's no radio, and you're tight, and they cost $1 zillion, and you can't replace it.
But money's no object. Yeah, money's no object.
It's too compromised. These are three cars. If you only have three, you want to be able to drive them all.
Right, you drive an F40.
You wouldn't.
Yes.
They're too difficult to deal with. It's
okay, that's the thing. I haven't driven an F40 to know. So all I have are these dream cars. I'm not Mr.
F40's like a nice luxury car?
I'm not Mr. Doug Score, so I only get to go on what I actually get to dream at night, like normal people. So in my normal dream,
money. You brought up the F40.
Because you brought up the F40. Actually, I didn't bring up the F40. You said the F40.
No, you said
I did bring up the F40. Yes, you're right. I don't remember what I had for breakfast.
But the point is, it's difficult to deal with. An F40 is a difficult car.
A Carrera GT is
it's more usable. It was the last car that really could get away from you. And after that, everybody went to, we got to put in a stability control and an automatic transmission and all-wheel drive. Porsche was like, no. And because Porsche had incidents, everybody stopped doing that.
Okay.
And that's why that car is so special.
And what's your number?
No, what's your number two?
I'm scared to say it now. I'm changing midway.
No, you got to go with
what was in my garage originally, because I thought F40, but the F40 is a tough mix between that and the 300 SL. One of those two.
Well, you can have both.
No, because
you have a third car.
I need a really good third car.
Okay.
And I feel like the good car where I can go do a track day, I can have fun with it, and all that stuff. The Shelby GT350R.
The GT350R is your number two car?
Yeah.
So you're doing a big Ford thing here. You getting paid here?
I don't have a Ford. I don't have.
You're doing like a big new Ford thing. Is the next one going to be like a Focus Titanium?
No. I only have one Ford. It's a Mercury Marauder.
Can I tell you something though?
Yeah.
The GT350R is one of my favorite cars I've ever driven in my entire life.
I have driven not that car, the 350, and it felt great.
Amazing.
I actually watched one of your videos for a change, and I watched that one.
The R.
And it seemed very, well, I'm seeing them 2-3 years old for, low 50s, and the fact it has a back seat.
You can get it with a back seat.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I can still throw a kid in the back. That's the other thing, because it's just like supercars. They don't have a back seat. And it was like the BMW i8, they put a back seat in it. woohoo! And then they put the 3-cylinder Mini Cooper thing in. You know, it's just like, come on.
Which is why the i8 would not be in our 3-car garage or 10-car garage.
Yeah.
But the ER is a good choice. It's legitimately, that is a great choice.
I made a good choice.
I am going to take a similar, for my second car, I'm going to take a similar car to the R, which is the BMW 1M.
Okay.
Which is similar in the sense that they made a normal car and then somehow they transformed a fairly normal car into like one of the coolest track, not overpowered, not overpriced, but just like a fun kind of weapon to throw around. And that's what the GT350R is, and that's what the 1M is.
But the M2's the same car, better.
Yeah, it's just not. I can go to the dealer and get an M2, an automatic, and they made them for a bunch of years.
Because you want to row the gear.
Well, no, I mean, they have stick M2s, but it's just, the 1M is, it's like the E30 M3. Well, the E36 M3 is more powerful and newer, but the E30 M3 was a special car, you know?
Right.
And that was how I feel about the 1M. Yeah, the M2 is objectively better, but like a Camry is objectively better than a used Lincoln Town car.
Yeah, but like the 350R it's beautiful and it's the best at doing so many things. I feel like it's just
but the 1M it was a one model year, very low production, 3 colors. I mean, it was a special car from a special time, and no BMW didn't think anybody would buy them, and it was hard to believe they even made them. And that car, that was a very special car. Let me tell you something. Right behind 1M, GT350R, I would put. But I think the 1M is just a little better. The GT350R is it's a little more power.
I've appreciated it. I didn't know it was. Maybe I should watch your video on that.
It's a cool car.
Yeah. Okay.
What is your third Ford?
Well, it's not third Ford.
What's
I told you.
third
We go.
Ford?
Okay. The F40. You've talked me out of it because you've actually driven it.
No,
so,
I mean, it's-
so now I'll go back to what I originally thought was a 300 SL.
300 SL.
Yes. Because now you have the vintage car that you can do all of the vintage touring events, that you could park on the beach at a Pebble or something like that and just be like, oh yeah, I'm the big shot, but still have a great driving car that's a great performing car. And as we've established earlier or later, depending on when we post the video, the most beautiful car ever made.
That's true. The 300 SL would be a great, and you've checked all the boxes then. You have the beautiful vintage car.
Right.
You have the actually usable fun track car. And you have like a family usable vehicle, the
Right.
Raptor, or you can off-road or haul stuff.
Towboat, yes.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That is a pretty good garage. And the 300 SL, if you're going to get a vintage car, among the very best choices.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Yes. So I'm making good choices.
That would be a cool 3-car garage. You walk into somebody's garage, they got a 300 SL, GT3 and a Raptor. That is a great 3-car garage.
My third one is my Defender, or an SUV of some variety.
Right, an Impractical
Bentayga.
SUV. A Bentayga.
I loved my Defender because to me that was a very special era, as I'm a Land Rover fan, and if you are, that was a special car. They brought the Defender to the US. It's so bizarre that they even did that. Bentayga would also be a possible substitute, because you need one car you can actually use frequently. But in my thinking, it would be I use the 1M frequently, and the Defender would kind of be for like the beach, and the Courage GT would be like, hey, I'm cool.
Okay, I'm confused on because you've listed about 5 cars now on your 3-car garage.
Defender, 1M, and the Fans Yellow 2005 Courage GT.
So you picked 3 very impractical cars.
Unfortunately, I did, but what am I supposed to do? The 1M is not that impractical. I guess it would be nice to have something 4 doors.
But you have, that's basically no car with a usable back seat, really?
I've screwed this up. Okay,
Yes.
I have screwed this up. You have done a better job than me in coming up with. But Tyler, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Not have one of those 3 cars? I can't give up the Courage GT, obviously, greatest car made.
Okay.
I can't give up the 1M, incredibly fun, so much fun. And the Defender is like, that's the coolest SUV. I mean, G-Wagon convertible. Okay, sub out the Defender for a G-Wagon convertible.
So your most reliable car is going to be like 7-8-year-old BMW that you can actually use.
The G-Wagon convertible is a tremendously reliable car.
Now you're switching to the G-Wagon?
Yeah, I'm going to get rid of the Defender and put in the G-Wagon cab.
Okay. All right. So
Still doesn't have a rear 4 doors.
basically no usable back seat.
You can here's what you do. You put the top down.
Okay.
Then you put your car seat in over where, when the roof is down, you put your car seat in or whatever. And then you put the kid in over the...
Imagine your family, especially if they're like you, and the way you get in the back seats and you go, your whole family doing that. It would just
What we'll do is we'll bring a stepladder with us, and they can climb over. This is what people do to get in the Defender. They climb on the tire, and then they swing their legs over the fender.
You gave me only 3. That's the problem.
Yeah, and I picked 3 cars that I had to live with for the rest of my life, which me having a fleet of 16 and a half cars and going down to 3, and I did a good job.
I may have screwed this up,
Yes.
but I can't get rid of any of those 3 cars. They're the 3 greatest cars that I know.
Okay. All right, well, you should get like the second greatest car that does more of the things that, like the GT350R. Yes.
No, that's the 1M. I can't get rid of any of them. That's the best 3-car garage, and if you have infinite money and only room for 3 cars, you should buy mine.
but probably you should buy Tyler.
I'm the one giving rational advice for once in this
first time.
entire
We're still playing
series.
some of these.
This is weird.
This is the first rational, yes. Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. It's another excellent episode, or at least an episode, of Hoovie and Doug Talk About Cars. And remember, click the link below. There's an article about the cars we discussed and some links to some of the cars on Autotrader so you can purchase them like he does.
I purchase everything.
Everything.